Hello, everyone. Professor Phillips here. Welcome to Module 4. Now, in Module 3 was about trust, which was focusing on the ethics, security, and data quality. Then Module 4 is entirely about impact. This is where analytics actually becomes useful, turning data into real organizational decisions, not just pretty charts. So over the next few days, we're going to be diving into business intelligence, data storytelling, and the introduction to blockchain technology. It's not just about those crypto coins. You'll learn how organizations build BI systems to monitor performance, how to leverage data warehouses and data marts, and how blockchains operate as a secure, decentralized alternative to traditional centralized databases. Most importantly, you will master the art of data storytelling, which is how you get a human being to actually act on your data insights. So this week it's about a 6.5 hours. We got module 4 represents about 107.5 total points and requires an estimated 6.5 hours of dedicated focus time. So to maximize your comprehension, I would suggest you take the task in an order, do the video lectures, this textbook story reading, then the case study, your Power BI, and end with your module. Of course, you are always free to work however is best for you or however you need to collect the most amount of points in whatever time you've allotted yourself. Now, let's break down exactly what you're going to be delivering on in your big pieces of assignments this week, those 1,000 to 1,500 word case study reports. You're stepping away from the student desk and acting as an external auditor this time, reviewing ethical risk of university enrollment algorithms. So you're going to start looking at the very systems that you exist in right now. In part 1, you will watch a video detailing a controversial historic incident at Mount St. Mary's University where the president used data analytics to track and dismiss struggling students before an official census date to artificially manipulate the institutional's metrics. In part 2, you will perform an anti-AI manual audit. You must locate the real federal mandated common data set PDF of your own university. That could be here at TCC, or if you're taking college campus or college courses somewhere else. You're going to take a screenshot of section C7 and analyze whether the track and applications and applicants' digital demonstrated interest and ethical implications of doing so. Let me repeat that because I stumbled my own words. You are going to go and look at your federally mandated common data set PDF for the university. You're going to take a screenshot of that section C7, and then you're going to analyze whether the university, track and applications our applicants' digital demonstrated interests and the ethical implications of doing so. In part 3, you'll role play as a VIP or VP of enrollment facing a $10 million budget deficit. A tool called YieldMax suggests a deny the middle strategy, rejecting solid middle-class students who need aid in favor of lower performing, wealthy students who pay full tuition. You must draft a strategic memo this week, resolving the financial crisis without relying on vague platitudes. And in parts 4 and 5, you'll synthesize this with recent FAFSA or university ranking scandals and how they reflect on how you will manage your own digital body language moving forward. For our Power BI project, we're going to be starting introducing the DAX, which is Data Analysis Expressions, to build cleaner visuals and clearer insights. As you design, you must strictly adhere to our data storytelling rules, avoid creating any confusing chart salads. So follow along with the video, really start understanding it. Start with the questions. Every single visual must earn its spot by supporting a decision. Look at it, the follow along as a one page, one purpose. Do not clutter your dashboard. Is he doing that? Label clearly. Use titles that explain exactly what the data shows, not generic like chart 1. And answer the so what. Does the walkthrough do all of those things? Does your report do all of those things? So let's review a course every week, or non-negotiables, things that we have said in repetition and they should be beating your head by now. And I hope you think that this is not coming from a mean place. It's coming because this is the actual expectations when you go into the workforce. And as you age out of our university and you go and you become professional in the field, things like specifics in time management and looking at the nuances is very, very important. So for our accelerated 8-week course, module 4 is due at the end of week 4. For our traditional 16-week course, module 4 is due at the end of week 8. Your completed work must be always posted by exactly 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Late work is never accepted and instantly receives a 0, regardless whether the LMS allowed you to upload. For your case study, make sure you must make a copy and paste your text directly into the discussion board editor and attach the required screenshots that are there of section C7 from the common data set. If you only upload a Word document without pasting the visible text, it will not be graded. That results in an automatic 0. And remember, grades always reflect correctness, accuracy, and professional application, not an effort alone. A C is an average, a B is above average, and A is reserved for outstanding executive-ready execution. There are no curves or no bonus points in real life, so there are no curves and no bonus points in the class. Now, guys, jump into the data early, keep your visuals highly intentional, and make an impact. And I'll see you in the data. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, very fruitful day.